It's time for some random chasiness. Hey friends, I'm so glad you could join me today. You're getting a lot of random topics from me today. It's just going to be one of those things where I talk about life and what's going on and some changes I'm making and all that fun stuff. So make sure to stick around for it. Or if you're not into just utter randomness, then you don't have to stick around. It's completely up to you. I understand. Okay, anyway, enough of that. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, all that good stuff, you know. And we're just going to talk about a few things here. I figured you'd enjoy getting some updates from me here and there. And we're going to start with some life updates. Really the only life update I have that is really going to be impacting the channel in any way is the fact that changes are happening at my job where I may actually not stay at the job I'm currently at. I haven't made a final decision yet, but there are changes going on at the company that are making it very difficult for me to want to stay there. We'll put it that way. As you know, I'm an insurance agent, or maybe you didn't know that, and I work chat support, so I handle customers' questions and inquiries over chat. And it's been a really sweet gig for me. I absolutely love it. I used to work in the call center on the phones, and that was absolute hell. So I'm very happy to have the job that I have now, but that might be changing drastically or maybe even going away. It's become clear that the writing's kind of on the wall there. So I haven't fully decided exactly what I'm going to do from here on out if that happens. If you think of me, send me some good vibes in that direction, because working the job that I do is actually a really sweet gig. It allows me to get as much reading done as I do, because in between chats they kind of let us do whatever, as long as we're there and available for our customers. We're free to do other things. So I can sit and have YouTube on in the background if I want to. I can be reading books, things like that. So it's really pretty flexible, and it's ideal for getting reading done for this channel. So that may impact the channel because of that as well. So I don't know. I don't see this changing in the short term, but I'm just putting it out there. This week has been kind of busy because I've had my son home for spring break. He's in university, and so he's home on spring break, and I'm really excited to have him here. And so I've been trying to figure out how to juggle, spending time with my kids and doing filming for the channel. I did take off this week so I could focus on being with my kids for the week while he's home, and so that's been nice. But trying to make sure I get my video filming in, that's been interesting. So I'm filming right now during the daytime, which I don't normally do. I normally film at night. It's just kind of more convenient that way, but I'm thinking I might try and be a little bit more flexible and film during the daytime if it just works out that way. So trying to make sure that I keep myself consistent. You're still going to be getting videos from me every Tuesday and Friday. As far as I know, that's not going to be changing. So just wanted to give you a little bit of a life update there. You may also want to know how I'm coming along with my writing. My writing is not happening at the moment. I have been working on edits from my beta readers for my new book that I'm hoping to come out by the end of the year. And so I have been working on some of those edits and kind of retooling some things there. But as far as any new books, I have not been writing, which one of my goals was to spend at least one day a week focusing on my writing, and I have not done that. I've still kind of been in a writing slump. Just life gets chaotic, and so Recently, you may have noticed that I had a live stream with Nikki the Obsessive Bookseller talking about Digital Minimalism by Cal Newport. She and I buddy read that book together, and it gave me a chance to look at some of my digital habits, especially in terms of social media and what is most beneficial to me and what serves me and what doesn't. I've really tried hard to be intentional with social media and really only use social medias that are actually beneficial. I have made the decision to leave Instagram. That was one of my final social medias that I was actually on the fence with. I'm keeping Facebook, I'm keeping Discord. Those aren't going away. In fact, I'm probably going to be using Discord a lot more heavily. I was kind of on the fence with Instagram because I like Instagram. I see the potential for it, but the amount of effort that I put into it versus the return I get out of it in terms of views, subscribers, things like that, doesn't really balance out. And I know I should really put more effort into Instagram to really make it work for me. I just don't feel like that's something I want to do. When I look at my analytics, 3% of my channel activity comes from outside sources, and a measly 1% of that is Instagram. So that tells me it's really not benefiting me. Now, there are other benefits to Instagram. I get it. There are people I follow that I may not be able to follow anywhere else, especially certain authors. But I'm kind of at the point where I'm thinking that it's probably worth it for me to leave anyway, because I can probably still find out news about them. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to work that out, but I am going to be leaving Instagram. Effectively by the end of March, I will be off of Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, please join my Discord, message me on Discord, and if you are someone who I have messaged back and forth with in direct messages on Instagram, this is an alert to you as well. I do want to continue the conversation with you. I'm not looking to get rid of that connection altogether. I just want to take it to another platform if that's okay with you. So I'm putting that out there if that's the case with you. If you are a content creator and we have become friends and we've chatted and things like that on some of these other platforms, and you want to reach out to me on Voxer, you can find me on Voxer. You can find me on Marco Polo, things like that. Those are direct message type platforms that I find great value in still. So I'm not getting rid of those because I treat those more like text messages and things like that. I'm not getting rid of Facebook Messenger because I treat that like text messaging. It's just mainly the mainstream social medias that I'm getting rid of. So like I said, Facebook's not going away. My final one to go away is Instagram. I did briefly mention Discord. I want to be more intentional about interacting with people on Discord. My link to my Discord is in the description below. You can either join my Discord or you can just direct message me on Discord if you don't want to join my actual Discord group. I love one-on-one conversations in direct messages, so I'm good with that. And one of the other decisions I made is I'm probably going to be taking Facebook off my phone and just checking it once a week on my computer. You know, it's less screen time for me, the better, because it does end up becoming a distraction from other things that I find more important to me, like reading books and, you know, maybe playing some video games, watching movies with my friends and family, playing board games, things like that. So social media seems to be a huge time suck for me, and I don't want it to be. So these are modifications that I'm making to decrease my time on social media. And one other thing I want to talk about real briefly is Patreon. I am still going to be continuing my activity on Patreon. That is not going away. If you have supported me on Patreon, I greatly appreciate you. I never expect any support there, but when I get it, that's really cool. I also have Ko-Fi or Coffee or however they pronounce it. You know, if you like doing one-time donations, you can give me a donation on Ko-Fi, however it's pronounced. I know it's intended to be related to coffee, but it's pronounced Ko-Fi, like Wi-Fi. I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, you can reach me there. My link is in the description for that as well. As far as content for people who support me, specifically on Patreon, if there are things, if you've looked at my tiers on Patreon and you considered supporting me, but you don't find that anything is really valuable to you there in terms of the perks I'm offering, let me know. I would love to dialogue with you on other ideas that you would like to see me do on my Patreon that would make it more value added and would be more worth the time and financial support given. So if you've been on the fence and it's really kind of about the perks, what would you like to see? I'd love to know that. That would be awesome. As always, though, my content is always intended to be free. I never expect support, so don't ever feel obligated. But for those of you who do, I appreciate you. It means a lot to me. It really does. So I think that is about it as far as channel and life updates. I'm getting pretty close to that 1,000 subscriber mark. I'm almost at 800. I think I'm like 5 subscribers away from 800, and so that only gives me 200 more till I hit that 1,000 mark. So that's kind of exciting. I think it'll happen this year. And yeah, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, but you watch my content regularly, think about subscribing. That would be awesome. I think that is all I want to talk about today. Make sure you guys read more books. We'll talk soon.